Hello, my name is Ryan Belikoff. Today we are going to use a pocket air pump from SKC. So this is going to be a low flow. Think of low flow with gases and vapors. So about zero point 0.2 for a lot of VOCs, liters per minute, which equates to about 200 milliliters per minute. And so we are going to use chek-mate on this. It's labeled low flow, but it will have down here how many liters per minute. So this is often a mistake. We marked them as low flow, but it will say how many milliliters in the bottom there. So we're using absorbent tubes on this, and it's going to be charcoal tubes. I've already opened it, but to demonstrate, you want to use a tube opener like this. It has a little metal clip on it to help break it off. So you want to put your safety glasses on, insert it, and go towards it. So I've already opened it on both ends. You want to do that. Go in and away from that. When you're hooking up the sampling train, so we have from the pump, we have these little adapters to hook to the tubes. So on these absorbent tubes, we mentioned there's arrows on in there, and it's going to be pretty hard for you to see. But this arrow is going that direction towards my left hand. So you want that going towards the airflow, so to the pump. Remember that pump is sucking air. So we're going to have a good connection. This is often a point where there's mistakes just because that connection to the tube want pretty on there really tight. Same with the other end. This rubber adapter really helps have a good connection to that. So we've already ran the pump for 5 minutes. So remember, you want to warm it up from 3 to 5 minutes. And then on this one, to adjust the flow, so on our protocol, we have a 0.2 liters per minute. So this gives it milliliters, so we want 200 milliliters. You want to do that with the top left menu. It's a touch screen. You want to hit on it, and you can roughly adjust it by just dragging to that 200 with your finger. It's giving me difficulty. Okay. Well, I have to use the big arrows on the bottom to adjust it. So once we get it to 200, there's a check mark on the bottom right hand corner. I'll show you here. It's not letting me do the gross one, so I'm doing the small adjustments here. Okay, at 200. So you're gonna hit that check mark to confirm. And then we want to calibrate this to start with. So the calibrating is on that top right hand corner that looks like a target. We have the chek-mate already turned on. So we're going to go into that calibration menu and then turn the pump back on. So we have 200 right now. If we compare it to the chek-mate right now, it's going up and down. So we're going to give it a minute to kind of stabilize, but we're almost at 200 milliliters. Right now we're at 197. So we'll give it a minute because I feel like it's bouncing around a little bit before we adjust it. So it looks like we need to adjust it by about 2 milliliters. So not very much here. And I just hit that arrow key once, and it's at 199.4 Oh, it jumped up to 2. So just letting it stabilize, for about 30 seconds here, because we're right on the money, about 2 liters per minute, about 198. And then you'll hit that bottom check mark when you have it. So we didn't have much of adjustment, just a +1 really. So not much at all. So we had that calibrated in here. And so then on the time is that when we go to sample, we have our calibration. We'll do a new absorbent tube and use that for a sample. So if we were going to sample with a new person after this calibration, we hit that time duration, typical 8 hours, but a lot of times with absorbent tubes, we're using multiple tubes, so maybe just 2 hours. So it gives it in minutes, the first one in hours, and we'll just set it for 2 hours, so 120 minutes, and I'll go back, and then we'll hit that play button, and it will start sampling for us. So when we're done, we'll do a calibrate or a post calibration with the new sample, and just record what it gives us. And so we'll compare that. Remember, for breakthrough, when we're talking about absorbent tubes, the big thing to pay attention to is we don't want any more than 25% breakthrough. So I hope that's an introduction on using absorbent tubes and low flow pumps. Thank you.